So now we've got, we're going to talk about our next competitors here. We've got a match between Jake Griffith and L.A. Marino. Jake Griffith is from Idaho, actually. Recently moved to Houston. We'll probably hear him talk a little bit about that. Let's find out a little bit about Jake.
My name is Jacob Griffith, and I've been involved in competitive air hockey for about 2.5 years. I'm originally from Boise, Idaho, and now I live in Houston, Texas. I moved to Houston for my girlfriend, Sarah Weissman, and also it is a much bigger central hub of air hockey than Idaho is, and so I knew that I would be able to progress a lot in air hockey by moving here. What I would like people to know about me is that even though I'm kind of a big dude or sometimes look scary, I really am a nice guy and will talk to anybody, really. Something I don't want people to know is that a left wall under is the hardest shot for me to block. I play disc golf. I've been trying to get a lot better at disc golf. And I also enjoy gaming a lot. I play a lot of video games. I believe the best part of my game is, well, honestly, a lot of people tell me my defense, but I think it's more of my offense and just my slow game. My best shot is probably my left wall over. Some days, I'm missing it, but people will just open up for it so easy with the way I set it up. And so I can get it in a lot when I'm having a good day. Well, truly, I'm worried about playing really anybody this event because I know that I'm the lowest ranked player there, but I think most worried is probably Noah Weissman. I think I have the best chance at beating L.A. Marino because I've played him recently at the Houston City Open, and I noticed a lot of gaps in his game, and I'm going to try my best to take advantage of those gaps.
So Jake has moved to Houston recently and is looking to take down L.A. Marino. He is 6'3" long. He's got 73-inch wingspan. He actually is the lowest ranked player in this invite-only event, and his MIDIC rating is 830. What do you think he's got a chance in this match, Danny?
I don't ever want to count anybody out, ever. And look at Jake. He's freaking jacked. He's in great shape. And yes, he's still relatively new to the sport. But he's been practicing a lot, playing all the time from what I hear. Mm-hmm. So definitely looking forward to witnessing what he can bring on the table.
Right. All right. So, and his opponent is L.A. Marino, is the son of veteran Anthony Marino, who was a great veteran player. Let's find out a little bit about L.A.
I'm Anthony Marino. I'm from Sugarland, born and raised down southwest Houston. I've been in the air hockey scene as long as I've been able to walk, pretty much. Something about me I would like people to know is that even though I can get really angry and competitive on the table, outside of air hockey, I'm fun. And something about me I don't want people to know would be that I like to be creative on the table too much sometimes, and it can be the downfall instead of sticking to what I know. Outside of air hockey, I do a lot of stuff, mostly physical sports. I do disc golf. I used to play baseball, might get back into it. I've started doing paintball on the weekends, which is really fun. My friend got me into that. A dream I do have is to become a baseball coach at some level, any level really. I like to help younger kids become better and realize their potential. I'm worried about playing Noah because we played a lot and he knows my game a lot, but I do know his. So I know that one's going to be a fun match, but he's probably the scariest one. Jake doesn't have a chance to beat me because I've been around a little longer and I played it. Actually, I'm not sure, but I think Jake doesn't stand a chance to beat me.
So Jake doesn't stand a chance to beat LA in LA's words. He's going to get a chance here. LA, interestingly enough, his rundown stats are identical to mine. I am also 5'8" and having 71-inch wingspan. That's actually pretty long arms, and that gives him an advantage, I think, in air hockey. He's currently ranked at 39th and has a MIDIC rating of 1270. What do you think is going to happen here, Danny?
You know, this is probably the one match that I know least about, but one that I'm the most excited about. You know, I competed with LA's father many years, and he was one of my toughest competitors that I ever had to face. So I'm really looking forward to this. I know he's explosive. I know he's got all kinds of, you know, you can't rest defensively if you play a Marino, period. I don't care which Marino you're playing. You cannot rest defensively. So I'm excited to see what he can do. I'm also excited to see, you know, what Jake's bringing down and representing Idaho.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, well, let's go to the match. All right. And we're off. Jake wins the first, the face-off.
LA, I think. LA won that one.
Oh, okay.
Yep. All right, so let's see here. Jake, this hold up defensively. Ooh, that's a nice right one under there by Jake.
That was. And that definitely shows a little bit of practice on his part. I don't think I've seen that shot from him.
Yeah, good long wind up, you know, with those long arms. I love it. Good control here. Setting it up, taking his time. Going for a cut. Looks like he's been trained by the Weissman family.
I will say he has spent a few practice sessions over.
All right, here we go.
It's a good block.
Yes.
I would advise against the transition right after that, but so be it. He goes for the cut.
Good
Barely
block
missed.
by Marino
Yeah,
there.
great block by Anthony. LA.
So LA stands for Little Anthony.
Gotcha.
That's what. That's where he got the nickname from. He's definitely not an LA fan, as you see the Astros have. Another great block.
Yeah. And that was, again, he's going for that power right wall under. I think he did a great job with it, but LA was there ready for it.
No. So the big difference between, you know, little Anthony and Anthony, his father, Anthony's a lefty. And Anthony here,
the father, senior's
yes,
the lefty.
Senior's the lefty. And, you know, LA, as you see, he's a right-handed player. So, but he has a lot of the same type of tendencies. Obviously, he's, you know, younger, not as, you know, seasoned, but he shows all the promise.
Oh, oof. Nice.
Great cross straight. So, in there, if you look at what LA did there defensively, he moved back, which is almost it's a cardinal sin in air hockey to move back against the goal, especially the middle of the goal on a straight shot. You're not going to block any shot from a good player if you pull straight back to the middle.
So that's a cardinal sin. Or there are other cardinal sins.
There are.
There are 7?
Yeah,
because since there's 7 points in air hockey?
Yes. So, you know, one that you can get away with from time to time,
wow.
That was nice. One you can get away with from time to time would be probably the charge, which is one of your favorite cardinal sins to point out.
Yeah.
But that one you can get away with every now and then.
Yeah. Oh, nice block. So
Very nice.
LA is determined. Okay,
Yeah.
and LA gets himself a nice cut, and he's determined to block the cut, which has been interesting.
Okay. Good transition there.
He went for a little bit of a rush cross.
Yep.
Nice get by Marino.
Yep.
And he went for a forehand cut.
Yeah, I have to say I'm impressed with Jake here. I'm seeing a lot of. Well, I was saying I saw a lot of control there until that transition there, but it got away from him. But it's not just control with the puck, but it's also just control of yourself when it comes to, hey, I'm going to grab the puck, I'm going to set it up, I'm going to bring it back to the same spot.
Well, and again, that
Led to that right under.
Yeah, he got a right wall under, and then Marino got a right wall under right after.
Yeah, he did.
What I like about what I'm seeing from Jake is the speed of his drift, and then pulling back on his release.
Yep.
Oh wow!
Yep.
Another one of those cuts. Let's take a look at that.
Yes, beautiful shot. Yeah, those cross cuts are just so deadly. They're either just slightly to the right of center or in the center, and they go to the left part of your goal, or the right part of your goal from a defensive standpoint. And man, they're so difficult to get a good read on.
So Jake has not been able to get that cut in, and he's gone for it a number of times. I think he probably needs to go for the cross.
Yes.
Since he can't get the cut in. It looks like Marino's really trying hard to defend it.
Yes. Yeah, so, he's got a good coach. LA's got a good coach in his father. His father's going to tell him, don't give that shot up. He's going to say, sit on that shot, and if you do anything, you just block that one shot. So, and you think about that really on any level in any sport. It doesn't matter what we're talking about. You take away your opponent's strengths. You make them hit something they're not good at. Or you make them do something they're not good at. So, like if you're playing, a football team that's not they don't have a prolific passer, you probably want them to pass the ball. You want them. You don't want them to run the ball. That's their best, options to run.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah. So it's the same thing in everything, in every sport.
But I think Jake might have scored 5 out of his 6 shots as right wall under. Nice cross by Marino. Yeah, see, if I were Jake there, I would have went and hit for that right wall under once again.
Yeah, right wall under and cross, and even though they're the same side of the goal,
yeah.
If that's what they're giving you keep doing it.
Yeah.
You keep doing it until you force them to do something else.
Oh, wow.
Very nice shot there.
Yeah, that was well done. It was nice and creative.
Yes, good speed. And went right back to the cut for no reason.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. A little unorthodox, ending to that game, but it was a good game overall, I think.
Yeah.
Again, just the discipline, by LA, I think was the difference in that. He's just not giving up a shot that, Jake is hell bent on hitting.
Yeah.
And, look, yes, you want to have a fundamental shot that works and you can build everything off of in your attack. But if your opponent just refuses to give that up to you, eventually you got to do something different. Right.
Or he's got to figure out a different way to deliver it. Perhaps.
Correct.
Maybe he needs to get further left of center, get a little bit more of a lane to the goal.
Yeah.
One thing I want to do also as we're getting ready for the next match is thank our sponsors, because this event would not be possible without the help from MaxResto. They donated money towards the prize that has helped immensely, and also Recreation Sports as well. Thank you very much.
Yes, absolutely. They're such a huge part of the community here in the greater Houston area. So, yes, thank you definitely, MaxResto, Recreation Sports, and, Centerline, right?
Well, we're
you guys, the Centerline is definitely a big part of this as well.
So if you like what you see, you like the Centerline, subscribe, share the videos. We appreciate the support.
Can't say that enough. So thank you very much. Yeah. So going into game 2 here, we'll see if Jake realizes that maybe that cut's not necessarily there. Doesn't mean he goes away from it 100%.
Right. But find another way to deliver it.
Find another way to deliver it.
And that right wall under's there.
Yep. All day.
I think that's a well. Let's see what happens here.
Ooh,
nice. Yeah, that was a nice.
Forehand under.
Yeah, forehand under. When you're facing off, you definitely don't want to give somebody a wide open lane. You need to position your mallet so that wherever they're positioned, they don't have
Exactly.
a clear lane to the goal. That's just sort of face-off strategy. And it looks like Jake did go for a cross there, just missed it. Yeah,
There's
in
the
the
right
right wall under. I mean, hit it till the cows come home.
Yeah,
you know.
that's it.
Okay, all right. Well,
that's okay. It was a good block by Marino.
Yeah, absolutely.
Make him keep doing it.
Yeah.
You got to make him keep doing it.
And maybe what Jake needs to do is hit that cut early on the drift.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think actually one thing I noticed, just from watching barely a game here, he hits his cut from a little further in his in his drift, and he hits the right wall earlier in his drift. That's a mistake by an offensive player. You got to hit all your shots from the same position,
or mix them up, right?
Or
I mean, if
change up the positions, but be able to hit any shot from any position.
I'm not sure what happened there. I think it was a cross that was in the middle. That was another one of those creative shots that Marino does. This is what his father is famous for, is just kind of playing in a flow, freewheeling.
Yes. He got the cut there.
Nice.
A little earlier in the drift too. But yeah, off the rail and then coming right back and hitting the cut. I can recall LA's father doing that many, many times. Back in the day, it was always fun. Ooh, good transition there, right wall.
I think what Jake definitely needs to do here is not get discouraged that that he hasn't been able to take this game where he wants it to be. I see, and that's what I mean by that was a rush shot, which makes me think he's feeling maybe a little bit like under the gun there.
Great cut.
And notice he did it right at the beginning of the drift, like we were talking about. It's like, do it in a different time.
That's it. Oh, good cross.
Nice cross.
So it's pace, right? So another good shot. So he's controlling his pace a little bit better now in this part of the game versus earlier in the game. For this game, it looked like LA was controlling the pace of the match. And, that works in LA's favor. It does not work in Jake's favor. Jake has got to control the pace where he slows it down and he actually prevents LA from getting in the flow. So there's so many players that, if you play at a certain pace, it works to their flow. It helps their flow of the puck. So we got a 2-0 match
2-0,
so
but it's been 7-6 both games.
Both games.
And Jake's had the opportunity. Looks like he's getting a little bit of words from Jacob Weissman. Maybe he's telling him a little bit about what we discussed in terms of the pace and when to release that puck. Because what I saw was, what we had thought was, well, maybe he needs to hit it early on the drift rather than late on the drift. And sure enough, one went in early on the drift.
Right.
And so maybe he needs to do the cut early and the under a little later.
Yes, absolutely. That would definitely work.
The one thing I see from Marino is that he's doing really well at being in a flow and in a creative space that works for him without pushing it too far.
Right. Yeah, he's comfortable. And, when somebody's comfortable and they're a flow type of player, that's never a good thing.
Yeah.
And his dad was a great example of that. So, whenever his dad played me, he was so comfortable, he could whoop me.
Right.
And then he'd go play somebody else, and he wouldn't be comfortable, and he'd get whooped.
Yeah.
He'll be the first to tell you that, too. So, but, yeah, it was crazy. But comfort level is a huge deal. You've got to learn that, you've got to learn how to play at all paces of the game. All right, another face off. Oh, nice.
Okay, and a good get. Jake. Let's see what.
Good transition.
Yeah, and again, that's sort of that flow.
Yes. Great transition. There it is. Little delayed release there on the right wall.
Yeah. So let's
That's unforced error there. Okay. So Jake controls the drift here, and there it is.
Yeah,
Good.
again, yeah.
So it looks like LA when he's playing defense there. He's almost already cringed back a little bit for that bank, but he's not even really moving when I'm looking at it. So it's almost like, okay, now I'm going to sell out for the bank, but I'm not even going to move for it to kind of give the appearance that you're already there, but you're not. So I'm not really sure, on that particular one. I don't know. He may have a different, I guess, strategy there that I'm not aware of. But I do like his grip, though, how he's holding the mallet.
Yes, yeah. You get a nice whip on the puck there. Jake just misses the cut. Goes for the cross, misses the cross.
It's a good block in the under.
Yeah, well done.
Maintain control. Take your time there, see? There you go.
Yeah, just barely missed that cut. Jake goes for the cut, but again, Marino is holding firm.
There we go. Good attempt. Good shot.
Just a little inaccurate. Good block.
No.
Marino went for a cross. That was nice. I liked how Jake decided to go ahead and do a pump fake. He hasn't done that yet.
He mishit that one. It was in the middle.
Oh. Yep. As soon as he starts, developing that accuracy, I see a really bright future for Jake, I'll be honest.
Oh, absolutely.
He's come a long way. I mean, keep in mind that I think he's ranked 69.
Wow.
So imagine being ranked 69 playing in this event against guys that are as high as 2, 3, 4.
Wow.
Yeah.
I knew I would have been excited.
Yeah.
That would have been nice. There you go. Good discipline.
By the way, if you're just joining us, I'm Tim Weissman from the Centerline, and I'm here with Danny Hines. You may not know this, but Danny Hines is an 11-time world air hockey champion. So listen to what he has to say.
Tim's selling himself short there a little bit. Tim is also a double-digit world champion.
Let's not talk about it. Yeah.
So
I'm just a guy who loves air hockey.
So much so that he produced kids to also be air hockey.
Beautiful right wall under again.
Yes, it was. Oh, that was a great block by LA. That was not a bad shot on the cut. It was right there. LA just he was all over it. That was a great job defending that. So some of the real methodical setups sometimes so open for that. So sorry, I had to go back to that cross straight. That cross straight was beautiful. And you watch LA's defense right here. He played the Matador defense. He just moved right out of the way for that.
Right. Well, and I think what Jake did so well on that shot, I'm going to show it again, is he just suddenly pushed that puck and then crossed.
Yep.
And I think that's one of the most effective ways to hit a cross is sort of a sudden forward motion, then a cross.
Correct.
And it creates this feeling for the opponent to kind of be pulling the other direction, and then of course the puck goes right across their mouth.
Yeah, that was a very well hit shot. All right, so I think what I was saying earlier though is that for a player that is more of a
nice cross,
high-paced level, high-paced type player, sometimes when you slow it down, you're playing this slow, methodical type pace, kind of a Jesse Doughty type style. You affect that other player where he slows down and he didn't realize it.
Right, exactly. You sort of determine.
Yeah. So now you're determining the pace of the game, and you throw him off just enough to all of a sudden, his shots just aren't quite as accurate as they normally might be.
Mm-hmm.
And in a match like this, it can be the world of difference.
Yeah.
It's all you need. Ooh, that was a nice shot.
So that's a number of crosses in a row that LA has gotten on Jake. Oh, and there's again, it was a nice sudden motion and then cross.
All right, let's see here.
Yeah, Jake's been on the cusp 2 games in a row. Let's see if he can pull one out.
Got away from LA. Let's see if he sets it up now for Jake. Good block on the right one.
It was, but I think Jake didn't delay it long enough, and a great cut by LA. A lot of the shots that LA's gotten in are just sudden shots.
Yes, the quick.
Yeah.
Quick pace.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure Jake isn't too unhappy. He really needs to get a game here.
He does, yes.
Oh, and there's LA getting a little creative, kind of like his. That was a nice transition get for Jake. That was smart. I think that was the right shot choice. Oh, and a great get.
Yep.
Oh, and he gets the cross. He gets the cross and gets a game.
Yes, he did.
He's making it a match.
Very nice. Very nice. Making Idaho proud right there.
All right, 2-1. So I think what Jake did that game was he leaned on the cross, and it's something we talked about, earlier in the first couple of games, right? It was the cut wasn't working, and he didn't seem to be able to find a way, even though he did get one early on the drift. He might not have recognized why it worked, and so he didn't do it again. And so he's leaned on the cross, and he's getting some success. So stick with that.
It'd be interesting to know the advice that he got from Mr. Jacob Weissman over there.
Maybe.
I have a feeling that it was very similar.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Probably he said go for the cross. That's maybe that's what he said, right?
We're guessing.
Yeah, we are guessing. We are guessing. But I mean, Jake does have his work cut out for him. LA it was, hitting in some really crisp shots early off the drift.
Yep.
There we go.
Yeah, I think. Ooh, I love that face off. Very nice. LA won it, but they were very strong.
Again, LA with an early off the drift, just barely missed it. Jake rushes that, and he's going for that cut again.
Yeah.
So maybe he's trying to keep him honest. Oh,
interesting,
transition. Interesting transition shot there.
So I think for me, it's who's going to control the pace better this game here is going to win it. I think who's going to control the speed of the drifts, who's going to control, I guess, how fast they each attack each other.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's really what's going to be the difference this game.
Mm-hmm.
If it goes game 5, it's all about heart.
And this is where LA, I think, plays his best. A little bit of freewheeling, a little bit of his father in him. Getting smooth, getting into a flow.
Yeah.
Doing sort of an interesting reverse circle drift there.
Yep. Cuts right off of the rail, bouncing off the opposite rail.
What's interesting about Jake is how disciplined he seems. And like I said, I think that bodes well for his future in the sport.
Absolutely. I preach it to any, someone who just gets into this game. That was awesome transition there. That was good hustle by LA.
Oh, and the cross.
Good cross.
That's the shot that was working last game.
Yep. But I always preach, to people that are just getting into this game, you've got to learn how to block a straight shot. If you don't block a straight shot, that is the shortest distance between 2 points. It's the easiest shot they hit in air hockey. It's the most consistent shot they hit in air hockey. If you can't block a straight shot, you're never going to win the big one. Ooh, right off that rail.
Yeah, and that's like I said, it's that sort of that flow early off the drift type stuff that worked real well for him.
Yeah, you've got to recognize that the fact that it's just bouncing off that rail doesn't necessarily mean it's going to go to the right bank.
Right.
The
Keep
puck,
your eye on the puck.
That's it. Keep your eye on the puck. Good cross there as well.
Another solid cross.
Kind of mishit that luff wall there. LA did.
I go for a long drift right wall under. You just missed it.
Yeah. Good block.
Yeah. Tried for the cut. It'll be interesting, to go back and look at how many cuts were attempted versus how many actually scored. Oh, that was a nice shot. Just barely missed it.
Yeah.
Again, nice shot. Nice block by Jake. So you can notice, like, if you watch
Very nice.
Jake's mallet when Marino is starting these off the rail drifts, Jake is already starting to move back. It obviously seems to make him uncomfortable.
Yeah. I'll say this: he's moving back, but he's not selling out where he's going all the way against the rail, against the goal.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a good sign for him.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, if he was pulling all the way back, then it would be curtains.
Correct. Good release, good timing, good drift.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he's got Marino playing at a slower level than what I think he likes to play at.
Right, just a little bit.
Because trust me, I know his father, and his father loves to play at this rapid beast of a pace.
Right. Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I know. He's one of the best lefties ever in the sport.
Yes, I agree with that.
So I think where Jake's going wrong here is he's starting to rush.
Yeah, there's no reason. In fact,
his-
there's all the reasons not
to rush. Yeah, that's the speed right there. That's the speed of the drift. That's it.
Yeah, just gotta just maintain that.
Yeah.
It's a good block. Good discipline by Ella.
Yeah.
Great cross.
Beautiful cross. And again, notice it was that off the rail.
Yep.
Got Jake sort of moving, catching him moving.
Oof. There you go.
Nice right wall under.
You get that one a little earlier in drift too.
Yes. So and that goes back to what I guess I was saying earlier about like his future in the sport is like he's demonstrating discipline in with a little bit of creativity involved.
Yep.
Because you have to have that creativity. You have to be able to mix things up a little bit. Great players are going to read your releases. They're going to read your timing, your cadence, things like that. And you have to vary it, even if it's very subtle.
Correct. Yeah, you can't be too much of a machine.
Right. Unless you're Billy Stubbs. Where Billy Stubbs, the machine, was known for
precision
and accuracy that was so deadly and so fast that it was very difficult to block because the shots just kept coming at you and they were like an ice pick, chopping at a piece of ice, and it's just boom, 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 over and over and over.
Unforced error there.
Yeah, unforced error. You got to shake that off and move on.
You've definitely got to do that.
Yeah, just go back to what you're doing. It's working.
Oof. That was nice. Good hustle.
Those are some good hustles. Yeah. He rushed that one, but I think he was trying to go for an early under to surprise him.
Here we go.
Oh, he goes for a left wall. Hasn't done a left wall the whole match.
Yeah.
That I recall. And he's
was
going
good.
for the cut.
It speaks to that creativity you were talking about.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Went for the cross. Didn't have it in a good position, and it wasn't sort of that sudden off the drift.
Yeah. So the table went off before LA made that last shot, so he maintains possession.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Big moment here.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
Beautiful
That was very
left
nice.
wall over.
Yeah.
Super creative.
Ooh,
and
man.
Jake hits it. A nice right wall under to force another game 5.
Game 5.
Another game 5, which is our second match,
Oh,
and
my
it's
God.
already going the limit.
I love it.
And so what I think Jake did really well there was what we said is like he stayed consistent, but he threw in a little creativity there,
Yep.
not too much. It sort of sprinkled it in, kept LA on his heels, and it didn't seem like LA got his footing in that game. So,
Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%. Now going into game 5, it's like I mentioned earlier, it's all about heart. I think both these guys now have a really good feel for each other, after playing 4 games. They know what the other's going to bring.
Right.
There's no secrets here. So you can either be super creative, but I think
right, but yeah, I mean, now it's a gut check
that
time.
hurts you. Yeah.
Right, it's a gut check. You know what works, you should know what works, what hasn't been working, and now it's not time to overthink it.
Exactly.
It's time to just be in the moment and execute it.
Just let it go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let it go. Yeah,
And I saw Jake getting some more words from Jacob Weissman, and I think Anthony Marino,
giving LA a little advice.
getting some advice from his veteran father.
Of course, yeah. All right. Doesn't get better than this. Let's go.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, and he's done it twice to him in this match. So,
Yep.
That's a learning note for
Good
Jake
answer.
for the future is to get your mount in the right position on the face-off. But Jake did a great right while under to even it up, and it was a nice get there.
Very good get. Ooh, another right one.
Yeah, and I think that was smart because in my mind, oh God, there's
just left all over.
just back and forth.
It was like an over that went under. That's
Yeah,
good defense.
and over, yeah,
Cross
Yep.
straight.
yeah, and that's that off the rail stuff that has been so effective for Marino.
And the up pace game.
Yeah,
The up pace attack. There goes a cross straight there. Very nice. All right, let's see who is going to control this pace and have that strength, that discipline to stay the course.
Marino's slowing it down slightly.
See, I think he doesn't need to do that. I think he just
Right,
needs to
I
keep
think he-
attacking.
Yeah.
For him, that's when he's hot.
It was a nice try by Jake to snag it, but Marino was there to corral the puck. Oh, and a great block because it
block.
was a really good cross.
Yes. Who's there? Oh,
Oh, and another one of those right wall unders.
he's feeling it. Ooh, nice cross there as well. 4-4. Came right back with another cross from Jake. Good block on the cross there by Jake.
Yeah, Jake's. Oh, I would have predicted Jake was going to score there, just the way he's setting it up. That back and forth off the rail. When he goes for a 1-2.
Let that one get away from him,
it's a
though.
Good try.
All right. Let's see. See if LA can
I think
match that defensive intensity that
Jake
Jake
needs
just
to go
showed.
for that cross again.
Oh. Yeah. He lost him out after the. Either way, it doesn't matter. Huge point. Wow. With a cross straight to end it.
Wow, what a great comeback by Jake. He was
Wow.
down 2-0.
Came back.
He came back 3 games straight, really taking control. Surprised that he didn't go for more crosses in that last game, but the right wall under really sealed it for him. Let's get a few words from Jake here. All right, here we are. Jake, congratulations, my man.
thanks,
That was an amazing comeback.
Oh my
You were down 2-0. What was going through your mind?
2-0, I was just really like, I knew I had it in me to beat him. Mm-hmm. And, I put in a lot of work this last week just to really sharpen up my skills because I knew I could.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And then 2-0, I was just like, I just got to give it my all. I got nothing to lose. And so that's what I did.
Well, yeah, and I mean, the first 2 games, you almost won both of those as it was.
Right.
What, if anything, did you change after those first 2 games?
Definitely my my time delay on my shots. I changed those, and I feel like I changed my release on my right wall under a little bit, and it really helped.
Okay. Yeah, we were talking a lot about the shot selection, and I think if you go back and watch the match, you'll probably see 2 or 3 successful cut shots in the whole match, but yet you kept going for it a lot, and a lot of times giving up the puck. Were you aware of that and deciding that you were going to go ahead and keep shooting it anyways? Just because, for what reason?
Well, I kept shooting right wall unders and cuts, so I figured he would open that gap up, and so I just was taking chances, but he never opened it up.
He didn't open it up. He did open up that cross, and in game 4, you were able to basically win that game on the cross.
Right.
And then in game 5, I don't know that you really did any crosses, did you?
Last 2 shots, or shot 3 and shot the last shot.
But great win.
Thank you.
And congratulations. I think you'll be playing Jacob Weissman next.
Oh, okay.
And I how do you feel about that match?
I'm excited. I know he's a lot better than me, but I'm still gonna give it my shot to win. I feel like I can win.
Well, yeah. I mean, you could be the lowest rated player in the tournament. Doesn't mean you don't have a chance.
Yeah.
Especially in 3 of 5.
Right.
So great. We'll see you in the next match, man.
Thanks.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.